I drove together with my team. We came to cover the story. And just on the 16th of May, the next day, Ghanaian rapper Medica reacted to the tweets and asking where the location is and decided to join me. So on the 17th of May 2024, we are here at the basic school where you can see myself, Medica, and the whole team painting and renovating the classroom for these children. The future leaders are these young ones. And so what are we doing in making sure that we equip them or give them that enabling environment to equip their education?
Welcome to another episode on the Lily Show. And today we are having an amazing guest with us. His name goes Kobby Kyei. He's an award-winning blogger. He's a social media influencer anyway. He's a musician and he's also a trumpeter. Or should I say an instrumentalist? I don't know. But then he's one of our very own person, and we are having him today on the season 2 of the Lily Show to share his life experiences to us before attending to where he is today. Welcome on set. But before we go further, let's say a very big thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Costaris Ghana Limited. Thank you, Mr. Kobby, for coming on our set.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you are here today.
Thank you. I'm humbled to be here.
Thank you. And I know part of our interactive session, we talked about so many things. Yeah. And today we are going deeper and deeper because it's more like we scratched the camel's back. We didn't climb it. Yeah. So today I'm happy you finally made it to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. I want to ask you, Kobby Kyei, is that your real name or you have another name? This is just what we know you for.
Thank you so much, and a big greetings to your cherished viewers and everyone who is watching. I'm super humbled to be on your show, and I know millions of people are watching, and of course, unborn children are also going to watch because obviously it's going to be on YouTube. So,
Sure.
So big shout out to the unborn children, you know.
Sure.
So, Kobby Kyei, obviously, I'm a Tuesday born.
Okay.
So that's Kwabena. If you're born on Tuesday, it's Kwabena or Kobby. So yes.
Okay.
But my full name is. I was waiting for you to send me Momo so that you can see my full name.
Full name.
That was just by the way. So I'm Augustus Cranton Kyei.
Oh, okay.
Augustus Cranton Kyei. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So Tuesday born Kobby Kyei.
Kobby Kyei.
Yes.
Okay.
But my full name is Augustus Cranton Kyei.
All right, but then Kobby Kyei is because you are Tuesday born.
Exactly. So, but growing up, my household name was Kwabena Kyei.
Okay.
And I was named after my grandfather. My grandfather was a reverend minister, Reverend Kwabena
Kyei. Oh, okay.
Yes. He's still alive. He's 95 years.
Wow.
Yes, I was named after him. He's also a Tuesday born.
That's mean you are going to get to 95 or above 95.
Amen.
Anyway.
And he used to do youthful stuff,
I see.
back in the day. So,
wow.
I mean, it's not surprising that I'm literally doing exactly what
he
was doing back then. So, yes.
Wow, that's great. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Mr. Kobby, I've gone through your profiles, and I won't say it. I don't know how I'm going to do the thing, but then you've done tremendously well, not just for yourself, but for the community itself. What inspired you? What really got you to that point where because when I see the schools you have been to, you have assisted to build them up, and I'm like, where do you get this inspiration from? Probably we want to know. I want to know, and the viewers sure will want to know.
Yeah, so the big inspiration and the motivation, first of all, is coming from God Almighty for giving me the strength to be alive and to do what I'm doing. So I always want to give credit to God for making sure that I use my influence as a blogger or my status to affect change in communities. So growing up, one of the biggest, apart from God, is my environment.
Okay.
Because I'm not coming from a rich background. I lived in a community, Aguna Duaka, in the central region, where I literally had to go to farm every Saturday. Okay. And so it was hard, And I remember any time that I am with my parents and I'm with my siblings, sometimes we go out and the nearby communities, we see a lot of children who were sitting on blocks to study and who were not having clean water to drink.
No.
So all those things changed my perspective about life and my perception about life. And so I will tell my brothers that I pray God will help me so that whatever level I attain in life, I should be able to also be a part of changing lives in society. So I really wanted to be a journalist, but I didn't get opportunity to go to a media school. I went to Uniba to study music. However, I had to actually, because I had so much passion for journalism.
Okay.
So I read a lot of stuff online, and I told myself that I want to be a blogger. So back to what you asked me, my environment changed how I see things, you know, and the fact that I believe that God created all of us to impact society.
All right.
You know,
right.
Because 100 years to come, myself and you and everyone watching, and our production team, 100 years to come or 200 years to come,
you might not be here.
Nobody's going to be here.
Right.
You don't know your grandfather's father. Do you know your grandfather's father?
Oh, no, I don't.
Exactly. You know, so when
I only heard about his story.
Yes. So when you study how life is, and you ask yourself, where are we taking life to? Because at the end of the day, the cars that you're going to buy, the mansions that you're going to build, would even not be in your name. People, your generations after generations are going to occupy that space. You know? Yeah. And so you sit down and you notice that life is just about impacting one another. You know? Anyway,
Mr. Kobby, I was having a conversation with someone who were arguing about you.
About me?
We were checking about your net worth. And we got to a point where the person said, oh, but you came from a very rich home. I'm saying this.
My net worth or my net worth?
Your net worth.
Okay.
And he was like, you came from a very rich background, so I shouldn't use you to compare, to make comparison. And I'm like, you don't even know this guy. You don't know half of him. But then today, like you made a statement, you said, it's not that you come from a very rich home. Please, can we know a little background so people will understand that you didn't come from... Well, let them know it wasn't that richy that got you where you are, but a lot of hard work.
You know, grace, favor can change your look for people to think that you come from a rich background.
Yeah, but I think so.
You know, because one person I'll use this picture as an example is I know a lot of people have seen a picture of Sarko when he was coming up and he was drinking Coca-Cola, you know? Like, yo, but when you see Sark now and you compare back in the days, you notice that, it looks as if this guy actually came. When you look at his recent pictures, you notice that, is he like a dadaba or coming from, you know, a rich background? So what I can say is that people don't see the suffering. People only see the success story.
Yeah, that has been the norm.
That has always been the norm.
Yeah.
But sometimes I tell my team that I wish God would project in the sky, say, okay, today on the screen of heavens, we are going to show a picture or a video clip of how Kobby Kyei started his journey. And then the whole world will keep quiet. Count down, 1, 2, 3, boom, then the whole world. Because that's the biggest screen.
Yeah.
And then people will know.
You're right.
So when you are coming up and you are struggling, going to farm, trying to find something to eat with your parents, trying to struggle, nobody sees those things.
Yeah.
But glory be to God.
Here you are.
Regardless of where you are, you know, and another example is that everything that is brighter or everything that is of value goes through a process. It is not easy to come up with something that is priceless and beautiful. Yeah. Example is gold. Look at the struggle that people go through to get gold.
They get it. Yeah.
People dig, wash it, take it to another place, try to, you know, before it becomes the gold that we all see it. Yeah. So people don't see behind the scene how the miners go through for you to see the gold watch and the gold clocks and the gold whatever chains that you see. Yeah. You know, so it is a big inspiration, and I thank God that now people are seeing the success story. So regardless, I tell people that you shouldn't allow your environment to limit you. Regardless of where you're coming from. Right. If you allow your environment to limit you, and then you don't know where you're going, you know, because we are all from a different background. it is up to you, your decision, your mindset, how you see life, to change your perspective to say that even though you are from a poor background, you will not allow your environment to limit you. And I say this, the fact that you are from a poor background doesn't mean your back is on the ground.
Yeah. Depends on your decision, your personal decision.
And you blame your parents that, oh, daddy, you didn't take me to the good schools. I'm from a poor background. Now you are the background.
So what have you done?
What are you also going to do so that when your children or your unborn children come to life, they will say that, oh, daddy, why didn't you also do this? Because you blame your parents. When I grew up was when I appreciated my parents even more. Because I was struggling to understand why they were not getting certain things for me. I go to school and most of my mates, they had those days when we were going to school, you know, food flags. I have some mates that they give them breakfast, lunch. Fruits. And the more they'll give us, we'll buy a bash, a catty cake, you know, you know, and all those things. And I was like, God, why am I also not coming from that environment? But when I grew up was when I appreciated life, that the little they were doing. And let me say a big thing, big shout out to my parents. With that condition, my mom told me that when my grandfather was coming to die, he told her that regardless of your situation, make sure you take your children to a very good school.
Okay.
So when my children, my parents were suffering, I was attending one of the best schools in Central Region, Greenfield Preparatory School.
So they were going through a lot to put you through.
Yes, the whole of Form 3, my school shirt was torn. Myself and my brother. So I wrote BEC. So I was always wearing a cardigan. And so I remember the late Mr. For one of our headmaster, he said, Che is always facing winter.
What was that? What is that supposed to mean?
Winter means, I mean, it was very hot. It was very hot in school back then. But because my knicker had torn, I was always in cardigan.
Oh, okay.
So he was always referring me, yo, Kobby, we are not in winter.
So
but I can't take it off. They don't know the reason. So, but few of my people, my mates, noticed that. And when you close from school, I hardly go out. Because the moment I step out, they will see that, you know. So the whole of Form 3, my mom, when I remind my mom say, hey, don't bring this up.
This is a real deal.
Exactly.
It's like
I wrote BEC with my knicker torn, you know, but people didn't see that. People don't know that. Today they are seeing the success story.
That's amazing. And Kobby, we are going to come back again, but we want to go for a quick commercial break. And when we return, we'll continue from where we start. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's fast. It's deadly insect. It makes the whole family unrest, especially at night. But worry no more, cause the revolutionary Abro Super Blast Mosquito Spray. It travels fast, works fast, and with a very good fragrance, accommodating mild and tender smell. That's Abro Super Blast Insecticide Spray. Distributed by Coast Ghana Limited, Spinters Road, Motorway, Accra, Ghana. Abro, trusted name worldwide.
We're back on with Mr. Kobby with his true life stories. Thank you, Mr. Kobby. Thank you for sharing this with us, because many of us didn't know this part of you. Yeah. Now with the story you have just said, is there anyone you are too clear with, like when you remember you said, God, so here I am today. Here I am, being in the mind of every youth, being in the lips of every young guy, or we women admires you so much. Yeah, is there any particular story you feel you can shed light that makes you, so this is me? So let's just hear about it.
Growing up as a child, it got to a point where you step out and you don't want to bring your friends home because where you live or where you stay is not healthy. You know.
It's not what you can present to people.
Exactly. So I remember in junior high school, there was one, I think about a couple of them, friends. I didn't go to school, and they didn't know the reason why. So, and I literally don't tell people where I stay. So, I think they found out and they came. And there was one lady who actually got disappointed because, oh, so this is where he stays. Oh.
Wow. Was she your girlfriend? Was she?
Was
she into you?
No, but junior high school boyfriend girl, it wasn't
Yeah,
really
it wasn't
serious,
that serious.
you know. So I think it was that because we go to other children's home with their houses and we play and we see how beautiful the place is, you know. So, but guess what? The inspiring thing is that I told my mom not to demolish that structure.
Oh, why?
So
because it reminds you so much.
I told my mom that I was young then, but I told my mom that house is going to be a monument for people to visit, like a museum to see where I used to stay. When I was saying this, I was just playing, you know. So that building is actually still there, and now my parents they have like a new place.
A new place.
But that structure is still there. At the right time, I think that I'll put that picture out there for people to know my whole journey and where I stayed. Exactly.
What was your journey the purpose of your humanitarian part?
Yes, of course. That's the reason why I do a lot of. When you see someone doing some amazing work, it's not just like that.
He didn't just wake up.
There's a spiritual connection. That's the reason why. Because now when I go to the rural communities, I can go to sometimes my friends who are in Europe. When they come to Ghana and I take them to rural communities, I flow with the children. I sit on the floor with them. I drink. I do literally. And my friends, they get shocked. I tell them that I've been there before.
Oh, so you relate.
I can relate to them. You know? So all the things I'm doing, it's not like, because imagine when I was growing up in junior high school, writing BEC, my shirt was torn. So imagine if I go to a school to cover a documentary and I see a child whose uniform is torn. I'll carry the child and I'll play with the child. And I'll tell my friends. Because you
understand that.
Yes, I'll tell my friends that you see this one. This one that has no shoes to wear. This one that has no sandals. This one that is hungry and, you know, those children, even when I'm driving and I see children who have clothes from school and they're walking, and some of them who don't have school bag and they're walking barefooted, the way I see them is different from the way people see them.
Yes,
I see a brighter future in them, but they themselves they don't know.
They don't know, yeah.
Because sometimes even in our WhatsApp group, my old student WhatsApp group, some of my friends are like, Charlie, we didn't know Che would be like this, Like it came as a shock to them because. I was, way back.
You are the least expected.
Yeah, exactly. You know, way back in, I don't know who can relate, but way back in junior high school and primary, we used to like one boy, one girl. And I was the type who said, Che, go and sit by Cecilia. Then Cecilia will be running away.
Because of what?
Charlie, of course.
Oh, this is bad.
You know, so I was always, and I was jovial. So what was actually my strongest point was the fact that I had a great sense of humor. So even when people try to ridicule me, I use the situation to even laugh at them. You know?
So you build courage with that.
I built courage with my situation, you know. So where I stayed and where God is taking me, that's the reason that has changed my whole programming of my thoughts and who I am today. You get to a point in your life, it is your sole responsibility to carry on the journey your parents have given you. So you might think that, the parent didn't help him or her. But at a point in your life, you have the decision to make, to say that my dad and my mom has built me to this level. What can I also do to continue the legacy? And quite the people that we didn't believe in growing up are the people who are making it.
Making it, yes.
You know, and some people who were coming from a rich background, obviously, the situation is not as it is. But guess what? As they propel in life, it can also change at a certain point because guess what? They've realized their mistake and then they notice that, I'm coming from a rich background. My parents gave me all. But I think that I made a mistake. I need to change my life.
Probably the life they gave me didn't help me so much. So I need to look at the other route.
So I wish everyone all the best.
And Mr. Kobby, let's look at the industry itself, okay? I know it wasn't easy to break through. especially in Africa, where there's a lot of people that are into entertainment. And you came in and boom.
I think this morning I had a conversation with one of my friends was watching me on TV and he tested me. He was one of the Aluta, big shout out to Aluta. So he was one of the people who were encouraging me that, Kobby, Charlie, this is your path. You need discipline. Or can you do it? But I believe you can do it, you know. And this morning he sent a message like, yo, I was watching you on TV and your growth is beautiful. Like, yo, for you to get to this level without negativity, without, you know, tarnishing the ones, but for you to build this from the scratch, you know, with this industry, I think that I just want to say congratulations to you. So your question back to it, it is not easy to be successful in Africa or in Ghana, a country where a lot of people want to thrive with sensational stories.
And negativity.
You know, like it is not easy. So sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm so proud of myself because when I started, it was difficult for me. You know, you look in the space and you wake up in the morning, there's a huge content trending all over the place.
All over the place, yeah.
And, you know, bloggers are tapping into it. They are getting streams on YouTube, their website, you know, they have monetized everything and they are cashing out. And you sit down and say, this is not your niche. This is not what you want to do. Don't do it, you know. But you need money.
You need money, but still.
You know, but you don't want to do it. So my prayer was that, God, I want to be a huge testimony to the emerging bloggers and to the younger generation that you can still do it without trying to follow negativity. To ride, you know. And so my story inspires myself. For me to look back and say that I am proud of myself, not to tarnish someone's image to get to where I am today.
I guess your story is inspiring me right now.
Yeah, because it gets to a point, you post, you don't get the likes. You post, you don't get the views. And ask yourself,
why am I still doing
why am
this?
I restarting? And I get that from the young guys. Kobby, Charlie, I want to give up because I'm not getting the likes. Charlie, Kobby, have you passed somewhere? Tell us the secret, you know? Because it's not like, how do you do it? It is determination.
It is.
Stay focused. Stay focused. Because, you know, the point is that when you wake up in the morning, sometimes generally, as human beings, you have this fulfillment that you're going to be great. You have a purpose. But guess what? Everybody wakes up with a vision and a mission. But the point is that you have a dream. Sorry, you have a dream.
You're heading towards.
You're headed towards somewhere.
Yeah.
God has given you a dream. God has given you a vision. You want to become one of the best, like Oprah Winfrey in Ghana. You want your show to become one of the big, when you sit down with your team, you try to brainstorm to know that this is the level where you want to get the show. So God is giving you that dream. But guess what? God will not let you know the ups and downs. Why? Because when God shows you that, you give up. When God shows you the clear picture that your camera will damage, one of your camera guys will disappoint you, on your way to have an interview, there's going to be an accident. You will change
your mind immediately.
So God will just give you the mind, dream. But when you get there, you look back and say, oh God.
Hey God, where are you sending me to?
Why are you? So when you get to your final destination, and you're like, oh God. So you knew all this. So why didn't you give me a clear picture that it was going to be like this? So that, ask yourself, if God has shown you,
will you be able
to attain to that height?
Will you even think about
you even do it? I've gone through a lot. You know, you go for events, and there are a lot of events. It was VGMA, now TGMA. A lot of our scheme, a lot of events. You go there and they will tell you, Kobby Kyei news. We are sorry, your name is not part of the list. We are sorry, we can't help you. Go and, but to the glory of God, now I don't have to be rushing
to struggle all
to go
this.
for.
It comes to you.
Exactly.
It comes to you.
You know. So because for me to get an email to say that there's a UN, United Nations, and there's a side event of it where we want media people to come and talk. And I got an email on Monday. I flew to US on Thursday. This is a clear picture for the young people coming out there. Success is not only about money. And that's how we see it from the face value.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yes. When you see success as physical cash, you will not make an impact.
Appreciate
You
it.
will not appreciate what God is doing for you. So I don't look at physical cash. I look at the network. So they say then your network is your net worth.
Oh, yeah.
So if I take my phone, the contacts on my phone, on this phone, is like a billion
Oh,
because of the contact here.
contacts here, yeah.
And the contact here will help your generations after generations.
Generations, yeah.
To the young people out there, I know you want to get money. It is good. The money will come. But make sure that you build a very timeless content for yourself. Build a society where you can grow up to appreciate. Because when you are in your 90s, when you are in your 70s and you look back and you go on YouTube and ask yourself, oh,
What have I achieved?
why have I achieved? I mean, why did I insult this person? Why did I blog about this person? You know, because all of us will grow up one day and we'll look. This interview we are conducting or we are having, you're going to watch it when you are in your 60s.
Yeah, you're right.
And the things I'm saying now will still be relevant in 2030, 2040.
2050.
You understand?
Anyway, Kobby, let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue.
It's fast, it's deadly insect. It makes the whole family unrest, especially at night. But worry no more, cause the revolutionary Abro Super Blast Mosquito Spray. It travels fast, works fast, and with a very good fragrance, accommodating mild and tender smell. That's Abro Super Blast Insecticide Spray. Distributed by Kuscharich Ghana Limited, Spintex Road, Motorway, Accra, Ghana. Abro, trusted name worldwide.
Mr. Kobby, you made mention of going to US, all right?
Yes.
You were selected to talk on the media
Yes.
on behalf of the country, right?
Yes, so it was SDGs. So when you say SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals.
What?
Sustainable Development Goals.
Okay, Sustainable Development Goals.
So they look at media people who are using their influence to affect
To
change
make an impact in the society, yeah.
health, education. And so they went online and they saw that I've done a significant major.
So much.
You know,
Yeah, so much.
They needed me to be a part of a conference to come and talk. And I couldn't miss this opportunity.
Okay, good. But so tell me, how do you see that platform? How did it go? What was the message? What was the impact?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I remember I started talking. I started telling them the things I do, especially my respect for zebra crossing in Ghana, the communities I've helped, and they were blown away because they couldn't believe that I am not even I'm not coming from like a traditional media perspective.
Yeah, or political and
exactly, like because
it's just an individual
yes,
interest.
just an individual person, you know, an influencer blogger in Ghana who has documented and provided a lot of boreholes and influence on people. You know, it's just mind blowing. I want to say big thank you to God. I want to say big thank you to my family. Big thank you to Headless Bito. God bless everybody. Sammy Flex was one person who had to put me on his show for people in industry to know me. So big shout out to Sammy Flex. I love you. And KSM also put me on the KSM show to be a presenter. Big shout out to SAC. Big shout out to Stoneboy. Everybody who has contributed. KC in USA, my family, everybody who has contributed to the success of Kobby Kyei, and to my followers. I love you guys. Oh, God bless. And to Mark Brown. Dream. You know I love you.
Please, thank you all of you for being part of his life. And we are grateful. Thank you so much. And my tradition, you can't leave my studio without going with this. So please, Kobby, anywhere you are, this is for me.
This is nice.
Me. Yeah.
Oh.
For your coffee.
Yes. I love coffee. Yes.
And thank
God
you.
bless you, and thank you to the camera guys and everyone in the studio.